Hey guys, Wombo Factory here, Dad Jokes. Today we're gonna do a new series that we'd like to start. It's called How to Play a Deck, or how to improve. So I'm gonna teach you how to improve on Zoodiac. This gameplay was against Crimson Flare. He's rank 3 on DB right now. So yeah, I run the rock paper scissors shoot. Guys, a tip: always pick first rock, second scissor. You win most of the matchups on DB and rock paper scissors shoot. So I decided to go first. On the deck count, so before my game starts, I was looking at the deck count. I was like, he's high rated, so probably he's gonna play D-Link because it's the strongest deck, and most of the high rated DB players who are that high play the deck. Then my opening hand is Makro, Ash, Bunny, and Tanky. Let me hide his hand so we don't know what he's playing, or just show my hand. So I already know this is gonna be a good opening. So what I'm gonna do is start with Tanky to get Ram Ram. I do that um, to play around in perm, because in my mind I was already like this is stealing. So I want to have my Zodiac Trident live to have at least one more interruption in the case that he plays in perm, which is unlikely, but still could happen. Another possibility could have been here to go get Thoroughblade to deck deeper into the deck, but I was like, I think it's not going to be necessary because most of them don't play back row hate. That's why I thought Makro and Ash is going to be enough to stop him with Trident. It's 3 interruptions against 6 cards. So here I go ahead. Then I set one. And here in standby I was thinking of flipping it. But the problem is I'm not 100% certain that he plays D-Link. So that was just a guess. So I was like main phase is okay. In my mind I was like, okay, if I let him go main phase, if he has what's it called, if he has Chaos Space, I was like, I'm gonna be ready for it. I'm gonna respond to it with a Nash and chain macro, so he can't get a draw from it. So for me that was already something, because then he would lose 2 cards and have 4 against one more pop, which most likely would have been enough, because he can't attack into it, because I have Whiptail. That was my thought process. So he starts with Safer, which is great for us, because we can just chain macro, and then he can't continue because he can't send for cost. So I think he's gonna do his Striker Dragon. I was thinking about ashing it, but in case of he wants to continue playing, I just pop it. End phase, I'm just popping Striker, because this is okay, it was bluff case space, but I was like, if this is gonna be tidying, I'm not gonna be in a rough spot. I've never seen his hand, I didn't look earlier. Then we pop it, then we draw Skullmeister, which is okay, it's not a small interruption. So we go Bunny, and this at the moment I was like, shit, I'm gonna be so fucked. Because if this is gonna bounce, it's gonna bounce my macro, so I have one more Dryden and one more Zeus, which I'm not sure is gonna be enough. So he's going to go pass. Let me check his hand. I have no idea what his hand is. Alright. The only thing we knew was a boot sector. See, he plays Whaler. Interesting. That's really interesting, because I think it's an unlight target, that's the reason. Um, then we go chose the tech, and the Whiptail top deck is going to be seal the game for us, which is rather lucky. So we can just go attack, equip, and then we go equip again, and then attack directly. And then we win. Second game, he's allowed to go first, which is going to be a problem for us. But we see a shifter, which is going to enable us. Because he was like, should I stand by? Should I stand by go shifter so he can't go chaos space? But I wanted to play around Gamma. Because I didn't see enough of his deck in the first game. Like I said, I was surprised that he plays Whaler, I just saw that. I didn't want to play into anything in the first game, so I didn't know if he plays Gamma, because if he baits me here with Chaos Space and standby, and I think I'm just gonna lose the whole game, because he can just pop off. Because Fanta can only draw into Nip, and that's it. So I let him do that. I even let Chaos Space go into the grave. Then I go for his first stun, and I just go Shifter. He goes striker at boot. So right now, we can keep in mind we know one card in hand. He's gonna banish and draw. So we know out of the 5, we know 1. What I always do is with my finger on DB, I just keep count of how many cards I know. So I won't forget about it. He goes boot, boot special summon. So we know 0 cards right now. Banish, banish into seals, right? I tried to go Phantasme, he goes Ash. Because he knows if he loses that, it's gonna be a problem. I draw for next turn, which is good. I'm gonna go Tenki, add Remram. Here normal summon. Another thing, when you play against this deck, just bounce the normal summon. Because right now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to Trident. He doesn't know if I play Sky Striker Sue or if I play regular Sue. So that means if I would have played Sky Striker Sue, he would have lost right here. Because I can just go Battle Phase, he tries to bounce, I just go Eagle Booster and win from there. That's why it was a misplay from him to let that go through. Here I go Battle Phase. I know he's trying to bounce, so I just get the boot sector. He's gonna go get Chamber. So we know one card again. I have one finger up already. He goes Quick Launch. Well, we know one card, which is Tiding. Here he goes into Pepega Ruler. Pepega Ruler middle 5. And here I just dropped roll because I know he's gonna go Abso, and I was like, he doesn't have to do that because I know that he's just gonna be chaining 2 to roll. And he added Black Dragon. The problem is he doesn't have a light target. So we know 2 cards and 2 unknowns, right? He goes World Legacy Card Dragon. Target in Synchron. He goes like target just to throw him off a little. Always go like target, and then think, and they'll be like, okay, because it makes them insecure because they think you might have a DD Crow or something like that. And here it goes into Hot Red, goes directly. Thinking about summoning back. He don't want to do that because if I have Gamma, he's fucked. And here he sets the Tiding, which we already knew. So we know one card in hand, which is Collapse Serpent, and the other one we know it's Case Space in that case. Here I'm gonna make a huge misplay. Because I forgot the Tiding bounces. His own monster as well. Because here I'm gonna go normal summon, go into Trident, try to pop it so we get the Hot Red out. I don't know why he'll negate it. Then I go Monster Reborn, summon back Thoroughblade. And here what I should have done is just go into let me see, just go into Borbo and attack directly. What I do, because he has to bounce his own monster anyway, so we have Zeus for 4, which can send twice, which would have been most likely enough to win this game. But here, the mistake I made is I forgot that Tiding bounces his own monster. Because I played around that his monster is not gonna get bounced, because I just completely forgot. So here I go Borbo, and here I should just attack, but I go Vespinato, because the thing is, if this guy wouldn't bounce, what I had in my mind was like, I'm gonna go attack Borbo, he's gonna bounce it, and then I can just go crash Vespinato, summon back Thoroughblade and make a Zeus, because the Zoodiac, because Xyz monster battled. And here I go attack, and he's gonna bounce it. And I'm just like, dude, I just completely forgot, because I can't use Vespinato to make a XYZ summon. The turn it was XYZ summon. XZ summoned. I'm here, I'm gonna pass. I know this game is lost. There's no Collapse Serpent, and he's gonna get back the Chamber. Chamber, grab Tiding. So we know 2 cards right now. We know Collapse Serpent, these 2 we know. Then he goes Ravine. Ravine, Ditch, Space. So we know both cards in hand. And here's gonna send a light target, because otherwise he can send special summon Collapse Serpent. And Space is another free door. Goes into Seals. The problem is here all is greedy. I should have just Phantasmate here. But I thought he's gonna kill me that turn. That's why I didn't Phantasmate here. I thought he's trying to kill me. Because, let's see, could he have done that? I think he could. Summon light into LP. he could have actually killed me right here. He could have gone for full combo because he has Guard Dragon. He can just get the White Dragon right now, which he does. And then then he could summon it and then go Guard Dragons move it. And then he can just go pop off, but I'm not sure why he didn't do that. He knew one Phantasma in hand. So we know one card now because we knew both. He's gonna draw one. And here I thought he's gonna come down with the LP, but he paused. And I drew Ash for turn. Here battle phase, get the seal, Ash the seal. And then yeah, 2 cards unknown right now because we only know this card. These 2 are unknown. And what he's gonna do right here is go chamber, Beggar Ruler, and he's 100 off. And he goes tribute summon for Chizikuru. I was like, wow, is this how it's gonna end? Yeah, I misplayed here. That's why I lost it. Especially there with the Zoodiac play. I completely forgot that. And here, I draw again. I draw Shifter, Whiptail. I draw a Shifter, a Cosmic, and a Zoo. This hand is great. Because what I can do is I can just stop with Shifter the turn. And if he goes for Boot Sector place, I can just pop it. And even if he tries to attack in the third, into the right, I can just Whiptail it. So what I'm gonna do is just normal summoning. Here I'm not allowed to draw. I could draw if my hand would be bad, but my hand is right now good because I would have to draw. This called Whiptail Chain Shifter. And I didn't want to do that because my hand was, in my opinion, good enough to beat it, at least for one turn. Try them for 4. Set 1 pass. Here he goes Recharger. I was like, okay, his hand has to be bad, so I just changed Shifter because I didn't do it in standby because I wanted to play around Gamma. I didn't know if he has Gamma or not. So he's just gonna Cosmic Cycle on my back row. Cosmic for Cosmic, we take it. He sets 1, which I assume is gonna be the trap. It was a trap. Then we just pop it, recharge her. Then we draw another Shifter. And here comes the big play, right? What I'm gonna do is Monster Reborn my own Shifter. So the next Shifter is live. Because we're still on the Shifter, so the Monster Reborn gets banished. So here I can just attack. And here I had to go for a greedy play to summon Whiptail. Otherwise I would have had a Soul for the next turn. But here I wanted to kill him next turn, because otherwise I would have been slowly run out of resources. Because I don't know what his hand is. I know it has to be bad, because he's normal summon Recharger. But I still have to use Zeus once to get this card off the field, even if it isn't a trap. Because I assume in my mind it's a trap, and otherwise I lose. Attack, equip. And this also puts him in lethal range, right? So I know if I win, if I survive another turn, with a Zeus on board, I win. I go board. Just, these were 4 summons. I also tried to play around Nip, because I don't know what he had, and I played Nip around Nip last turn, so why shouldn't I play around this turn? Yeah, I was thinking about actually going for another one, because I would have 3 cents then, because I need to use 1 right now and 2 for the opponent's turn. But I decided against it, because I thought Shifter and 1 cent should be enough. Because in my mind I was like, I saw a Kaiju last turn, so that would be a thing. And yeah, and here I go end phase, banish it. I hit the trap, which was good. And here, standby, draw phase, I immediately Shifter. Because the thing is, if I let him go into and this, for me, this played around 2 things. First of all, Gamma. If he has Gamma, he has Gamma. But my Sue's gonna survive and not gonna run into the Gamma. Oh, even if he had Gamma, he could have Gamma me last turn. Just think about it. But right now, if he drew Gamma, he has to Gamma the Shifter. And if he has the Kaiju, otherwise I can't use Shifter, because he has priority in main phase to just send this card to the grave. And here he's gonna think, and I think he's gonna scoop it up. Because as far as I remember, his hand was super bad. Yeah, his hand was were these 4 cards, which were pretty bad by themselves because he doesn't have a monster in grave. So yeah, that was the game. I've did a few misplays, but I feel like I hope you like the series because it just shows you what happens in my mind when I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or what I think about while playing the deck, what you have to look out for, what you can run into. And one huge thing is just know the opponent's deck. If you know the opponent's deck, you know what to do. Because I saw a Kaiju last turn, so I know I have to shifter in draw phase or in standby even to play around it. So yeah, thanks guys for tuning in today. Have a nice day and talk to you guys next time. Bye.